Hi, I'm Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And today we're going to cover our 15 favorite shoes of 2024 in no particular order.
Yeah, very random, but these are our favorite picks.
And you might even see Robbie in here from time to time.
Definitely will.
What is one of your favorite shoes from 2024?
Hoka Mach X2.
Boom. What is it about this shoe that our team loves?
So it's got to be the underfoot feel here. You've got this PBA foam right beneath the foot. You have a P-Bax plate and then this supercritical EVA beneath there. So you get support and structure, but it's bouncy and fun and a great ride.
It feels good. This one feels good underfoot. I'm excited about this one. I think in the X3, we're gonna see a new upper, which I wouldn't even change the bottom. I would just make this upper, give it a little better heel lock in here, and I think you have a fantastic shoe. This was definitely one that I loved reviewing. Like when I put this on and I had to shift to another shoe after we got in the miles to do the review, little tear came out.
Yeah, and again, I'm still wearing this shoe for miles, even though the review is well over and done, because it's just that much fun.
All right, let's get on to the next.
The next one coming up is the Hoka Skyward X.
And you love this one so much that even though we had other shoes to review, you decided, hey, I'm gonna go to 200 miles and give another review and let people know.
Yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite shoes of all time in 2024. It's just, again, I keep bringing up this word fun, and I feel like Hoka really brought the fun this year. It's a shoe that I just got excited to lace up in the morning, and it got me out the door. You've got a carbon fiber plate, you've got this PBA blended midsole, and it just feels great.
And I understand why you would love this shoe. This shoe checks all the boxes for you. It's got the stack height, it's got the cushion feel, it's got the plate, you love the tech. So when you're running in this one, what did you use this shoe for?
I use this for pretty much everything easy. So it is a little bit of a heavier shoe, so I wasn't going out and doing speed work in it, but the long runs, the easy runs, pretty much any run that I was doing that wasn't a workout, this was on my feet.
Everybody that wore this one enjoyed this one, so that's why it's on the list.
Yeah, love it.
So while one of your favorites was the Skyward X, I really fell in love with this guy here, the Cielo X1.
Yes, and this was Hoka's race day shoe that they debuted this year around the trials. We were there for all of it, but you're not using it for race day.
No, this is a shoe that we're gonna say, thanks for giving us the suggestion for race day, but I'm gonna use it for everything. And that's pretty much what I did, is I just gobbled up miles in this guy. I love putting it on for daily miles, for easy runs, for pickup runs. It was one of those shoes when you leave the house, you're like, I don't know what I feel like today. Maybe I feel like running slow. Maybe I feel like picking it up. Well, this shoe would do it. So it felt great at all speeds. The cushioning, Meg mentioned the fun. This one has it. You're bouncing through your strides. It almost feels like you're being launched into the next step. I just had so much fun putting miles on this one. And this is one I did an extended review. You can check that out.
Yeah, I agree. It was really fun to run in. It does have all the qualities of a race day shoe. So you've got some PBA foam, you've got a carbon fiber plate, but it just felt maybe more enjoyable for the everyday running.
This one is one of the most popular with our audience. Everybody's psyched about it. As soon as it came out, sold out. People were angry about that. It's back. What is it?
This is the ASICS Superblast 2.
Now, it's not a huge update.
It's not a huge update. The foam is new, so it's the same foam they're using in their race day shoes, which have also been updated.
FF Turbo Plus.
Yeah, that jargon that it's called. It's a firmer foam, but it's light, so it feels really good for pretty much all running.
Yeah, that's the thing about this shoe, is of these max stack shoes, this one's probably the lightest. It feels great underfoot. It just rolls. It almost gets better the more miles you put on it. They did update the upper here, and it added a smidge more weight to the shoe, but I think the benefits you get from the fit and the feel, it's worth it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like this upper is just more comfortable, so it makes it feel like that daily trainer that you can just go lace up day after day. And like we were saying, this is just a light shoe, so you can do all of your miles in it. If you wanted to do a workout, you could. I ran a marathon in the first version, and I'd be comfortable running a marathon in this one.
And while I'd probably recommend the Nova Blast 4 to a beginner runner, as soon as you've got some miles under your feet and you know that you love running and you're going to continue running, this is the shoe that I would recommend to just about everyone. It just works. It fits well. And when it first came out, it was a $200 shoe, or it was actually over $200 when it first came out. And we were like, are people going to buy it? Turns out they are. If you can get your hands on this shoe, go ahead and get it.
Yep, definitely a favorite this year. This shoe probably comes as no surprise on our top list of 2024, the Alphafly 3. I actually got it early and got to race in it in December of last year.
How many pairs of these have you had already this year?
This is my third pair. But it was a real treat because we didn't love the Alphafly 2, and so I was really nervous about the 3, and it came through, and it's now probably my favorite racer.
It has all the characteristics of the original one, but it's kind of more streamlined the way that it's all connected, so it doesn't feel as wild as the first version.
Yeah, I have to agree. The first version is still a great shoe, but it felt like they took this and mixed the best properties of the Vaporfly and the Alphafly 1 and put them together for the Alphafly 3. So it's a smoother transition. It's not as mechanical as version 1, but you still get that really nice pop, and it's very, very light.
They've dropped the weight on this significantly. Now, even with these air units, it's almost as light as some of the premium race day shoes that are just regular Piba foam. It has that bounce that you love. Additionally, the upper, they've kind of started fixing the way that it used to gape around the collar and in here, and it fits really well. This is really a super breathable, hydrophobic, fantastic fitting upper.
Yeah, I agree. And I used to feel like the Alphafly, the original, and some of the previous versions of the Vaporfly and the shoes, that it was, the bottom was so great that you just accepted that the upper was what it is. And now you have this upper that fits well, it's comfortable, paired with this amazing bottom unit. It's just, it feels great.
We have a shoe that last year, or it might have been 2 years ago when the Pacer came out, sort of a dog.
Yeah, we weren't big fans, but V2 came out this year, and it's definitely one of the best updates, and definitely my favorite racer for shorter distances.
Yeah, it shares a lot of similarities with some other shoes, and it comes in though with a lower stack. The lower stack didn't bother me. Like, I think that you could actually take this if you were a lighter, more efficient runner. This could go the marathon distance, even though New Balance is recommending it for the 13.1 and below.
Yeah, so this shoe was designed with Emily Sisson for her racing. She broke an American record in it, so you know it's fast. It's a full Piba midsole. You've got the carbon fiber plate, very minimal upper, so it's super light. It just feels, when you lace it up, it feels like race day. That's
exactly what I would say, is it has that race day feel. This upper, you said it was super light, super breathable. It just fits right. And this foam, and I love what they did this year with all their geometric designs in the fuel cell line. It ties the whole line together, and it just looks and performs really well.
Yeah, so on top of it feeling great and light, it does look really amazing. So that would get this on the top list.
Yeah.
All right, another one of our top shoes of 2024 is the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4.
Yeah, I mean, this has always been on the top of our list for every version of this shoe. And the 4 is a little bit different. I think it's a little bit better than the 3, kind of comes back to the 2 a little bit. Has that Power Run PB midsole, you got the nylon plate, lightweight, just a fun and fast shoe.
Yeah, I think it's perfect for training days, for fast days, for easy days. Like, it's comfortable enough that you could use it as a daily trainer, but also you've got the same foam that's in their race day shoe, so you can pick up the pace, and it feels good.
Yeah, just another great version of the Endorphin Speed. So well done, Saucony. So I saw someone on Threads ask what the best ultra shoe is the other day, and I said it's the one that says Topo Athletic Specter 2 on it.
Burn!
Sorry. It's true though. But the Topo Athletic Specter 2 is such a good shoe. Full P-Backs midsole, rocker design. I took this out again this morning for 8-mile run, and man,
Whoa, you must be getting ready for a marathon.
I'm done with running. This is peak marathon training. Get me out of here. But it's still such a good shoe. It's smooth and bouncy and fun and incredibly lightweight. Only like 8 ounces for size 9.
What is this logo?
P-Backs Power. That's the real deal P-Backs trademark.
That's like Kleenex of P-backs.
Yep, it's good stuff. You don't want to blow your nose on it, but you could. It'd be gross. It feels like I did because these are all still sweaty. So anyways, this is a great shoe. Really one of those ones that might fly under the radar for a lot of people, but especially if you love the toe box, you need to get in on this.
This one is good for many reasons.
Yeah, and this is the SL2, by the way.
From Adidas or
Adidas. $120 shoe that came out of kind of nowhere and hit us right in the sweet spot.
Yeah, with this Light Strike Pro foam tucked in there. It's almost like a plate.
Yeah, and it feels, I don't know, I ran in this yesterday again because I brought it back. It's been a while. Dude, I think this might be one of my favorite shoes of the year.
It's up there for me just in its light, fun, fast turnover. It does get a little bit rubby, and I have a narrow foot, so I love this stuff, but it does get a little rubby on the outer edge there.
Interesting. I had it on the medial side.
Okay, toe box in general is a little tight.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but I like that feel though. It feels like a fast, like racing type shoe.
Is from the Adizero line, which is their race line. And I don't even think we said that it was an Adizero SL2.
I don't think we did. And it's a pretty lightweight shoe at 8.4 ounces, so it's like, man, like, I don't know. It's just a lot of fun to run in.
I think they softened up the Light Strike, the regular Light Strike, not even the Light Strike Pro. They softened this up a little bit. So between that and the Light Strike Pro in here, the ride feels really good. And we've reviewed shoes that have had about the similar stack in the front, and they felt like you were bottoming out or you could feel a little too much ground.
Yeah.
This one's not the case.
It's funny because I was thinking about that yesterday. I was trying to think in my mind comparing to the Pegasus Plus. I'm like, I would take this shoe over that, I have to say.
Yeah, and even I don't hate the style. The shoe looks good. It has a lot of stuff going for it. The price is definitely up there. Now, one thing you're going to notice with the price,
I said 120, by the way, it's 130, but yeah.
You're not getting the Continental rubber.
No, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I thought it was still a pretty nice layer. The grip was good. It felt like it dug in. It was, all in all, I just think this is one of the really nicest
sleeper
shoes.
hits?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Robbie, we talked about Hoka being in the running for shoe brand of the year. I think we also have to add Puma to the conversation. They really smacked some around this year with the updates.
But this is their Puma Deviate Nitro 3, which, this is just one of those really solid daily trainers that's like in that price point of 160 to 170 trainers, this is one of the best, if not the best.
This is, of those shoes, this is probably my favorite in that category. This one for me, this is the one that fits my foot and works in my stride the best. I really love it. The Nitro foam is great in this shoe. Is this a carbon infused plate?
Yeah, the carbon infused power plate.
And the Puma grip.
Yeah, I mean, the Puma grip can't be beat. The fit I actually do like the fit of the upper better on this than the Endorphin. It can get a little warm maybe, but with the knit, but
I didn't really notice it. And it's got this beautiful tequila sunrise. Like,
it looks good.
Yeah, the color, the shoe, like all over it. This one's just fun to run in. When you see someone running it, it's instantly recognizable in these colorways and stuff like that. Especially, and Robbie, you're not that big into like having a brand slapped against your chest. What do you think of this?
I'm on board with this. This is cool. I think so Brooks did it well this year. I think Puma also did it well. It depends. If it's done right, I like it.
Yeah. What I got out of this shoe is just fun, snappy miles. Again, it's one of those shoes you can take out. It works at all different speeds. If you just want to go easy, it'll go easy with you. If you want to pick it up, this one can pick it up. And I'd almost say this is one of those shoes that you don't want to buy a race day shoe. You don't want to spend that $250 or whatever. This is that shoe you can train in and race in.
Yeah, great shoe. Since we were talking about the Deviate Nitro 3, the Deviate Nitro Elite 3, personally, I love this shoe. This is Meg's very small Princess Cinderella pair. I've been running in that shoe more, and I think it might be like my favorite It might be one of my favorite race day shoes of the year.
What?
I don't know. I don't know if it just hits me right every time I do a workout, but I love the feel of that shoe. So I just want personal perspective, want to slide the Nitro lead in there.
All right, Robbie. This is
Yeah.
a shoe that you shouldn't be talking about.
Yeah, we caught a bunch of shit because I had I'm saying it because I was on a review with Thomas before wearing it, which I told everyone. And I actually had Meg's pair because they couldn't get my size.
And we weren't rushing the review. He didn't have a
I just
pair.
didn't have it.
While we were reviewing it, after I got my miles in, Robbie decided, hey, let me try Meg's pair. She says they're too big. They were too big.
And I did run one pair in Meg's sizing, which is the downfall of this shoe, is that the sizing is crazy on it. But it ended up being pretty tight in the forefoot, so it felt good underfoot for the workout that I had. But you ran way more miles in this shoe.
I did. I did all the miles.
Let's get your perspective.
The whole thing about this shoe is it's really great. It fits nicely once you find out what your size is. Mine happens to be a half size down. Robbie, yours was more than a size big for you. So I went down a half size, so a normal size 10.5. I went 10 in this one, but the shoe works. This foam reminds maybe of a little more energetic version of Light Strike Pro from Adidas. It just has a really nice bounce to it. It feels good. It feels light on the foot. And this one's built, like really built for speed. We had done the Cloud Boom Echo in the past, which none of us were really like super excited about. But the Cloud Boom Strike, this guy is definitely one that I would try if you're looking for something, race day that is going to be a little bit different, or you want, like, you're not getting the perfect fit from some of the other brands. The most interesting thing about this one is gotta be this really thick insole. You don't notice the shoe. If you just look at this, you're like, oh, that looks like normal cushioning. But when you add this into it, you're getting another like really large amount of stack height in the forefoot that just gives you that comfort. You can actually see the plate in there. It's just a fun, fast shoe. And if you like the way Ons look or you like the brand, this is the race day shoe for you.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see how the cloud pods have kind of disappeared at this point, but I feel like that might be the key to getting more out of a shoe. But
You mean maybe you don't need the pods?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right, Robbie, we had some race day shoes already mentioned here. No offense to Meg and her Alphaflys. No offense to you and the Puma.
Yeah. No, this is my top two for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Puma and the ASICS Metaspeed.
Yeah. This one really surprised me. First off, they really dropped the weight in this shoe. It's the lightest except for the Evo 1 from Adidas. Mm-hmm. And you've got two choices.
Yeah, you got the, of course, Metaspeed Sky and Metaspeed Edge. Different plate placements. One is closer to the foot and the other one's a little bit further away. The Sky is the one that we're holding that's closer to the foot. I prefer the Sky. I like the feel. It feels a little bit more aggressive to me. It almost switches place with the Edge from last year, in my opinion, but it's just really lightweight feel, snappy underfoot, just the right amount of cushion for the marathon. What do you think, Thomas?
It's got the bounce. It's lightweight.
Yeah.
It ticks all the boxes. Again, they both perform really well. I'd say the difference is it's a comfort thing. So if you're more into comfort, you might want to go with the Edge because there's more foam underneath the forefoot, so you get a little more bounce off that foam. But the mechanical advantage, I think, goes to the Sky. With the plate being closer to the foot and more foam being underneath, you're activating that plate and getting the bounce out of the foam. It's not going to be quite as comfortable, but I think you get more energy return.
All right, Thomas, this is I don't know if this is a surprise, but it's a return for a brand that we've kind of been hoping would come back around at some point, the way ASICS has done. Mizuno Neo Vista.
There's a lot of similarities between the brands where it felt like Mizuno really stuck with that Wave Rider and their popular shoes that did well in retail stores and forgot to innovate.
I mean, they had plates before everyone.
Yeah, they did.
Like, they really did. And not the foams, though.
Yeah, not the foam. And, it just kind of got stale. And now they've come out and they brought a new line out, and we're seeing some of these shoes that really make us excited about the brand. We were a little skeptical on this when we first saw it because knit uppers can be chancy.
Yeah, I wasn't sold until I tried it, but this knit upper actually feels great. Fits perfectly, at least for my foot. And when you have that nice fit of a knit upper combined with a nice ride underneath, it's really just creates a great experience.
Let's talk a little bit about the ride. This is soft.
Yeah, it's super soft, which I'm not usually a huge fan of soft shoes, but for some, I think this combined with the plate underneath or in the middle, I felt like it rolls along nicely. So it's not just a sinking and like dead feeling, but it actually kind of moves you along. So all in all, it's just, I love that feeling. And yeah, I just think this is just such a good shoe.
I agree with Robbie. When you land in this shoe, you get that nice, soft comfort. Sometimes with a plate, you're looking for that real propulsive feeling forwards. This doesn't have that necessarily. What it does is it really shapes the midsole. So you get that soft feeling from the foam and then kind of just roll through. This is one that I really enjoy for those long miles. If you're doing a long Sunday, Saturday run, the shoe takes care of you.
Yeah. You might not agree with me on this shoe, but I'm sorry to say I wedged this one in here. I said it's got to be on the list. The Brooks Hyperion Max 2.
Since you had to wedge this one in, what is it that you love about the shoe so much?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. The upper is probably the best upper of any shoe right now. I'm just gonna say it. What are your thoughts?
I have to say Brooks killed it with this line. The Hyperion Max, the Hyperion Elite, all the uppers were the standout feature of the shoe.
Yeah, it's just really nice, breathable mesh, just fits perfectly. You got these race style tooth laces, which is just every shoe should have. And then you got this DNA Flash underneath, DNA Flash V3, I believe, underneath with a plate. It's the Speed Vault plate. And it all combines just to create this, I don't know, it's both fast. It feels like, I wouldn't say this is a slow shoe, like not easy day shoe. You want to add tempo or faster paces, but it just rolls along. It has this rocker as well. And it's just a great feel underfoot. I feel like this is, in the race day shoe, the Hyperion Elite, it just kind of fell flat because I don't think that's what DNA...
Do you mean the Hyperion Elite 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's what DNA Flash was meant for. Like that, the race day shoe needs a P-back midsole, something a lot lighter and bouncier. But when I feel like it finally found its home in this shoe. And I don't know.
I would agree with you there. For a step down from race day, this shoe does a really nice job. A couple things that are confusing. Hyperion Max might be the Max in the Hyperion line, but it's not a Max cushion shoe. It's not soft. It's not high, like super high stack. It's just Max.
Yeah, it's not an easy day shoe. I wouldn't say a recovery shoe. It's definitely more of an up tempo, just, I don't know. It's a do-it-all shoe in a way. Like you can do longer runs and faster runs and daily training. I wouldn't say it's a recovery shoe in any way, but I just think it's a great feeling shoe. Like when I think of a running shoe that just feels like running, this is a good one.
This is also a great option for people that want that firmer ride, that maybe don't like some of the ultra soft shoes that are coming out now. This shoe brings back kind of like a firmer, tackier, like punchy shoe.
Yeah, and if you want the even lighter version of this, maybe for shorter distances at even quicker paces, then just go with the regular Hyperion. Again, the upper on that is great, and it has somewhat of the same feel, just a little bit quicker. Well done, Brooks. This is a good one.
All right, Robbie, the next shoe that we're talking about?
The Salomon S Lab Specter.
This one came out so early this year that sometimes I forget it's in this year, which is a little detriment of it as we're getting ready for the best shoes of the year. But I really love this shoe. When we first got it, I put tons of miles on it.
Yeah, and this is meant for that, I don't want to say slower marathoner, but
I mean,
really,
they said
really us.
They said 330 and above.
Yeah. So anything that's, you're on your feet for longer out there on the course. You want something that has comfort, but you also want that performance from a shoe. And I feel like this actually does what they say it's meant to do. It does feel really nice and comfortable, rolls along smoothly, but you get some of that propulsion from the carbon fiber plate in here.
This was a shoe that I spent a lot of miles on. It just rolls. It feels good underfoot. My legs felt great afterwards. I'd put it right up there with some of the best shoes that we've mentioned already. And it's coming from Salomon, who's not known for the road. This shoe kicks butt.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Guess what?
What?
I got a surprise for you.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't surprised I saw you holding it, but sorry.
I try so hard.
Everyone else was.
All right.
It's cool. So this is the Ultraboost 5X. The 5 has the cage, the 5 has the cage around it.
Very confusing.
Yeah, but this is, I'm putting this on here. I wanted to put this on here because I feel like this is the most surprising shoe or like.
Well, I think it's a shoe that everybody had written off. Like Ultraboost was gone. It was strictly for fashion. And now we got to test it in Germany when we were out there. And I was like, hey, Ultraboost is back. This shoe is runnable.
Yeah, and I had zero expectations for this shoe. This is actually the first Ultraboost I've run in, and I was pretty surprised. It lost a lot of weight, so it's really now it's in that daily, like the max cushion range of any other shoe. It's the same, I think it weighs less than a Nimbus actually.
Yeah.
And the Triumph. The knit upper is incredibly comfortable, albeit a little warm, but the ride and everything else is, I was really shocked. It was nice.
It's got a lot of premium features built into here with the new Light Boost foam. You've got Continental rubber on the outsole. This knit upper really can't be beat. Robbie, you haven't worn Ultraboost before. That's the one thing they've always had is a great fitting upper. Some people like the cage, some people don't. Now you have that choice.
This is just a really nice shoe, and you get style points for it as well.
So do you think that your Riz score goes up wearing this shoe?
I don't think anything can make my Riz score go up. It's already peaked.
You love this shoe. I love this shoe. It would be regretful if we didn't mention this one.
On our top list.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Puma MagMax. It's the max cushion trainer from Puma we didn't know we were getting.
And it's fun, it's cushioned, does all the stuff. Great fitting upper. I really like this Nitro foam in this format. I thought, wow, it's gonna be a beast with this much foam.
No, it feels good. Yeah, like you're saying, the nitrogen infused foam, there's a ton of it underfoot, but it's really nice and responsive. And it's not that cushy, soft max cushion trainer sometimes we think about, like the More V5, but it's more bouncy, more responsive.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's bouncy as
You cannot say
He can
that.
bleep it. He can bleep the part.
Okay.
This shoe is fun. It feels good. It's nice. It rolls through the stride. Even though it's not the lightest shoe that we're going to be talking about in the max category, it feels so good and bouncy on your foot that you're not gonna notice it.
Yeah, and a nice little touch to the upper here is this knit tongue. It's gusseted, it's stretchy, it's comfortable. It just adds a nice premium feature to the shoe.
All right, so that wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed our list of shoes that we're enjoying in 2024. We even gave you 2 bonus shoes, so you should be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, this whole list, if there's not a shoe on here that you don't absolutely love, I would be surprised.
But if there's a shoe that you feel that we left off the list, go ahead and leave it in the comments.
Yeah, I see you ragey people coming out.
Yeah, but if you're gonna rage, also hit that like button, share this, subscribe to the channel, go to believeintherun.com, sign up for our weekly email that will show you everything that we reviewed that week, videos, podcasts, all the stuff, all in one easy spot. If you don't wanna have it come to you that easy, you can always
Find us on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we have a Strava group, and also on believeintherun.com is full in-depth reviews of all the shoes we talked about today.
Yeah, a lot of shoes we talked about, we've already shot reviews for, so go ahead if you want more information on that shoe and search our channel.
It does feel really nice and comfortable, rolls along smoothly, but you get some of that propulsion from the carbon fiber plate in here. Thomas is about to fall. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Thomas almost lost his... Wait, what happened?
I don't know.
Dude, are you going to pass out?
No, I'm good.
The bright lights hitting you.
It's hot.
You are wearing a windproof
anorak.
jacket.
Can't breathe.